Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of the top sports stories that have happened this past week. I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there, Ron. How are you tonight?
I got a lot to say.
Yeah, it's going to be.
We'll just go there.
It's going to be a very interesting show. First and foremost, if you're joining us live tonight, please join the chat. Let us know. We've got a lot to talk about. Obviously, NFL playoffs are at the final stages. We'll talk a lot about the NFL.
Playoffs?
We've got U.S. hockey we're going to talk about tonight. So we're excited about that, as well as please tune in for this baseball segment, because I think both of us may lose a few Christmas cards on this one once it's said and done. But before we get...
Did you get your bread and milk today?
That's what I was going to say, man. A big storm coming here to the northeast, Ron. I'm super nervous. I'm basically, I set up my will and, I donated everything to charity because I just feel like this is the end. This is the one.
Dana Farber?
No, Manny, thanks for joining. I will say this, especially in New England, nothing is guaranteed. So somewhere here in Connecticut, they're talking maybe 8 to 15 inches, which could mean rain. That's how the weather goes here in New England. So I would not be surprised if we get, a couple inches and call it a day. But we'll see. Due in Sunday into Monday. So it'll be interesting. I think school's already canceled for the kids on Monday. So that's how quick that goes.
It's not even fair. Back in my day.
Oh, yeah. We used to walk in 15 inches of snow to get to school.
Uphill. Both ways.
With our starter jackets. They weren't very warm either.
Oh, my God. The starter jackets. They were so horrible.
Right.
Horrible.
Oh, my goodness. Before we get started, Ron, let's thank those that helped to continue to help us grow. So let's talk about our good friends there in Providence, Rhode Island.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com. And we should tell everybody that after the show today, 9 p.m., we are scheduled to be on WBOB to talk about the Dana Farber.
Yeah, looking forward to that. What's the show again?
F-Bomb Friday. We get to swear. So LeBron, buckle up, baby.
So tune in for that 9 p.m. on WBOB 990. It's in Providence, Rhode Island. You can get that on the internet as well. So check that out and you can hear your Sports Unfolded. Jake, thanks for joining. You can tune in then and listen to us at 9 to 9:15 p.m. Where we get to drop some F-bombs. Looking forward to that. We don't do that too often. Or at least not live. We do it behind stage. But we'll have some fun with that. We also want to thank our friends down in Dallas, Georgia, WDJY 99.1 FM, putting us on every Saturday. Right now, running a contest for our prediction segment. So if you are listening to us, tune in towards the end of the show, make your predictions, and email them in, and you could possibly win some great prizes if you finish in the top echelon of those competitors. So we're looking forward to that, as well as our good friends here in Southeast Connecticut, SEC-TV, Public Access Channel 12, putting us on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. We appreciate the support. and the continued growth here with Sports Unfolded, as well as all of our audio platforms, our social media platforms. We are just everywhere and anywhere, so you cannot miss Sports Unfolded. Even if you try, we're going to punch you in the face. And that's not a bad thing. Sometimes, I mean, you need a good punch in the face.
People like that.
They are into that. There are people into that, buddy. So we already got Jake and Manny live, so we're looking forward to hearing some good conversation. Ron, are you ready to get this party started?
Let's get it going.
Kick this thing off with our leadoff story. It is championship weekend in the NFL. There are 2 games left. The Rams at the Seahawks and the Patriots at the Broncos. We're going to
technically 3 games left.
2 games left of the play. Yeah, and then the Super Bowl. I'm not counting the Super Bowl. I mean, technically, as a side note. Oh, but in the Pro Bowl, you got the Pro Bowl then, if you really want to get. Okay, you brought it there, buddy. I am bringing it there. But we're going to talk about both games a little bit and let us know your opinions on it as well. We'll make our predictions on both games towards the end of the show as well. So stay tuned for that so you can give your picks and get on our prediction chart. Let's start off with that Rams at Seahawks. So this is a three-peat. The previous 2 games were separated by 2 points, Ron, and 10 yards. Like, that's how close these 2 games were. The last game in Seattle, the Seahawks won 38-37 in overtime. That was that weird 2-point conversion where it was still in the end zone and they didn't know it was a fumble. And so kind of crazy. What are you looking for in this game?
Well, I'm looking for a little bit of offense by the Rams. That defense by Seattle is very good. And we're going to see how well Stafford can hold up with that. Now, I don't like the chances because he's not very mobile.
I will say, listen, Seattle, the 12th man, we know their home field advantage can be an issue for a lot of teams. My question, I'm on the opposite side of the ball. Sam Darnold, I know he played well. San Francisco really didn't test him, though. So that would be an interesting situation because he's still hurt. We know he's taking shots before the game. Can he sustain?
He's taking shots during the game.
Yeah, that too. But he won't even feel them. He might not even know he's at the game by the amount of stuff they're probably putting in.
Could be.
What is it? Teradol? Is that what it's called? I believe is so basically he has no feeling in his oblique for like 4 to 5 hours.
Joe Mazzulla said, I failed out of medical school.
You did? You could have been a Dr. Ron.
I could have been.
But I will say that, right? So I could see can the Rams defense pressure enough where again Darnold starts to see ghosts again.
I mean, and the Rams have a good defense. So, it's really, to me, I think it's going to come down to whether Stafford needs to be mobile or not. If he needs to be mobile and get out of that pocket because it collapses, then he's not fleet of foot.
Yeah.
And to me, that is troublesome. But again, like you said with Sam Darnold, what are we going to get out of this? And he's been good all year. He really has. Say for a couple of games, he's been pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But it is Sam Darnold. We are not talking about, one of the elite quarterbacks. If you have pressure on him, is he going to be able to handle any of that pressure, and for how long?
Right. One of the highest in the league when it came to turnovers, Sam Darnold. Again, that's going to be crucial. You do not want to give the Rams more opportunities to score points because they have the ability to do that. Listen, even the game you beat them, they scored 37 points against a very good defense. We both agree that Seattle's defense is very good. The Rams put up 37 points against this defense. So it's not like they can't score against the Seahawks. It's a matter of do they get extra opportunities which then ultimately put the Seahawks in a bad situation. Also pay attention to the special teams because, listen, Seattle came out, opening kickoff, runs it 95 yards for a touchdown. Great pickup, Rashid. The wide receiver there has done so many great things for the special teams for the Seahawks. If the Seahawks can get some of those easy points early, does that put pressure on the Rams to now try to force them out of the game and what they want to do and how they want to, run their offense? This is going to be a very interesting matchup because when you see a team for the third time, Ron, it gets hard to really gain. Yeah, there's not much you can gain or look at and go, oh, they don't know this. You probably ran most of your plays during those two games that they've seen. So it'll be interesting.
It's going to be out in the open. Everybody knows what the other team is, and you just hope that you limit the mistakes. That's all you can really do. It's going to come down to that.
Yeah, I'm going to go Denny Green here. They are who they thought we were. That's both of them are saying that. They are who they thought. There's no surprise here.
That is one of the best.
Oh, it was.
Right there.
Right? But there is no surprise here. There isn't something you're going to sit back and go, ooh, I didn't know they had this guy or they could do that or, this is how they play this style defense. So this is a tough matchup for both teams. So I think this is the harder of the two to really look at and say, okay,
absolutely,
who has the advantage?
Because we've seen it all from both of these teams, right?
Yeah.
We've seen it all. The other hand, we haven't seen it all, including a guy that hasn't thrown a pass in a game in like 2 years.
Yeah, the Patriots at Broncos. The last time Jarrett Stidham threw a pass in the NFL, Bill Belichick was still coaching the New England Patriots. And that seems like forever ago. I mean, granted, it's 2 years ago, but if you think about it, Bill Belichick was still the head coach of the New England Patriots.
That's why he doesn't have a ball in the pictures.
Yeah. The last time Jarrett Stidham threw a pass in the NFL. This could be, though, Ron, something that the Patriots have to worry about because they don't know what he is capable of as well. You haven't seen enough. There's probably not enough tape. He's only played, I think, he started in 4 games in his NFL career. There's not a lot of tape. I will say the one benefit is Josh McDaniels knows Jarrett Stidham. He helped coach him. He brought him to Vegas with him. So there is at least that piece of what Jarrett Stidham may not like on the defensive side of the ball.
He won his first game as a Patriot that he played in, and then he lost the next 3 because reality hit.
Yeah, listen though, you got it. So
I'm sorry, I can't.
Here's my issue: the New England Patriots are facing their 3rd straight top 5 defense.
Yeah,
anything is possible when it comes to being able to stop the ball. So if the defense is able to at least keep the New England Patriots to 14 points, I think Jarrett Stidham could score 17. I'm just saying.
I don't see it, Eric, because like you just said, we've already seen 2 of the top 5 defenses, right?
Yep.
We've already seen it. Houston, I mean, come on.
In the Chargers.
What happened? It was a gradual thing. It was back and forth that whole game because of the massive amounts of pressure the Patriots put on Houston. It ended up costing them in the long run, throwing interceptions. If they go too many times, 3rd and 7, 8, 9 yards, they're dead in the water because there's no way they're not going to turn the ball over when he has to throw the ball. If they can do it to Houston, they can do it to Denver. It's not any difference. The only difference is Stroud is capable of making the throws, but not under duress like he was. I don't see Stidham having a chance if that defense of New England comes out and plays like they did.
Manny said it. He's going to pull a Nick Foles. I mean, listen, there is a possibility. I mean, Nick Foles had played a lot more football
Foles
than
was a better quarterback than
Jarrett Stidham had at this point. But I will say
he also had an offensive line,
the
too.
New England defense isn't getting credit for what they've been able to do as well. And I think that's some of the bulletin board material that they're using as, okay, well, everybody came in and said Houston's defense was so top-notch. And New England's defense came out and said, listen, we're just as capable of doing some stuff. And they shut down a run game with the front four, and they were able to put pressure on. So you've got to be able to understand that New England's defense is going to be key here, because I don't know if New England's offense, which has struggled in the 2 games against solid defenses,
yes, they
is
have
going to be able to move the ball enough. So something's got to give in this game too as well, Ron. New England 8-0 in the regular season on the road. They did not lose a road game. New England is also 0-4 in Denver in the postseason. They have never beaten the Denver Broncos. That's with Tom Brady. It has never happened. Something has to give here.
Yeah. And it's an interesting game because just because of the unknown factor, right? How is Stidham going to come out and play? We don't know. We have no idea. But with what I've seen from that Patriot defense, they're going to be able to stuff that run. Williams has been nothing short of incredible for this team. And if they shut down that run, Denver is in big trouble. So I don't care how good their defense is.
I'm going to disagree with Manny. Manny said C.J. Stroud cost the Texans a game. No, New England's defense made C.J. Stroud very uncomfortable. So again, I think the amount of pressure that New England
was scraping him off the ground the whole
every
game.
time. And then again, you try to soften the defense by running the ball. And I think in the first half they had 10 yards and 11 carries. Like, you're not going to win a game that way if the defense can play that solid. The key for New England in this game is do not turn the ball over. I think you need 21 points to win this game.
I don't even think you need that.
I think you need 20. I think the Broncos can score 17.
No, I think 17 for the Patriots will win the game.
So a couple interesting things before we move on, Ron, and continue to talk some more football. This is the Sean versus Mike weekend in the NFL. So the 4 coaches, Sean McVay versus Mike McDonald, but then it's also Sean Payton versus Mike Vrabel. So Sean versus Mike in both games, which was pretty interesting, right? So you think about that. What's the odds that all 4 coaches they have the same names? So that's kind of crazy to think about.
That is funny.
And then my crazy stat of the week, Ron. I said every week I'm going to give you the craziest stat of the week. The NFL all-time winningest coach in the postseason before the age of 40 is Sean McVay, who has 10 victories as a head coach before the age of 40 in the postseason. The crazy part, Ron, is he turns 40 tomorrow. Sean McVay has been in the league. It does not seem like that long, but somehow he has the most victories for a coach under the age of 40 and hasn't turned 40 till tomorrow. He turns 40 tomorrow. So happy birthday, Sean McVay. He'll turn 40 tomorrow on the 24th. That is a crazy stat.
That leads me to believe it's going to be Mike and Mike.
Right, Mike. It could be Mike and Mike in the morning. It could be Sean and Sean. Shaun of the Dead.
Not Sean and Sean. Sean and Sean doesn't sound right.
Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound right. Sean and Sean.
Mike and Mike.
It sounds better, Mike and Mike.
So you'd rather go Mike and Mike? We'll make our predictions at the end of this show, but let us know on the chat, too, what you think about which team may struggle the most or which team has the most to worry about. We're going to continue talking some NFL, though, because there's been, first and foremost, 10 coaching openings this season, which is insane to think about. That's 1/3 of the league.
Yeah, Buffalo has joined that process.
They have. There's 5 coaches that have been filled. So the Falcons.
Wait, 5?
5.
Somebody get hired today?
Falcons hired Kevin Stefanski. The Ravens hired Jesse Minter. The Giants.
Oh, that's the one I didn't see.
Yep. The Giants have hired John Harbaugh. The Titans, Robert Saleh. and the Dolphins, Jeff Hafley. Which of those coaching hirings is the biggest surprise to you, Ron?
Hafley.
Right? It is a weird hire for the Dolphins just because he's an unknown. What
they
has
needed
Hafley
to
done?
follow up with a top-notch coach. And there's a lot of guys that are available, including Sean McDermott.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that are qualified. You got Mike Tomlin, you got McDermott, you've got Brian Daboll, who I think might now be the guy for Buffalo. I think that's who they're going to go. Joe Brady.
Got an interesting story about that one in a minute.
Brian Flores is still out there. I
Brian
cannot
Flores is not going to Miami.
Hired him.
Yeah, he's not going to Miami. That's definitely not out.
Well, no. I could see. Hey, why? I can see him in Arizona.
Yeah,
I can see him in Arizona.
Mm-hmm. I think my biggest surprise was Stefanski. Just 6 seasons with the Cleveland Browns, 45-56, but they never seemed to be able to figure it out. Granted, he went to the postseason
very highly
twice.
Regarded too. I don't understand it either.
Didn't the Steelers? They did interview McCarthy. Yep, McCarthy's out there. Mike McCarthy's supposedly interviewing as well. Stefanski, I guess. Listen, Matt Ryan became the president of operations. He has a relationship with Stefanski, but I just looked at Stefanski and said, "Did you ever feel like the Cleveland Browns figured it out in 6 years that he's been there? You're like, wow, the Cleveland Browns are on the right track. They had 2 good seasons where they made the postseason, but overall, it never looked right."
Eric, I would understand it if he goes to a team with a quarterback.
Yeah, there's too many questions. He didn't build the Cleveland Browns. How is he building the Atlanta Falcons?
Yeah, that's what it didn't make sense to me. I would understand, if he went to Buffalo. I would understand that. They got a quarterback. You don't have to worry about that. That's the hardest part, is worrying about who your quarterback is. And I'm sorry, Atlanta viewers, we are not sure who you're going to have for a starting quarterback.
I don't think they know. I don't think the Falcons know who's their starting quarterback right now.
And
Penix Jr.
unfortunate.
A's injury prone. B hasn't shown that leap like some of the other second-year quarterbacks have. Kirk Cousins, I think, is done. I think he's out of Atlanta. So that one was the biggest surprise to me. But the also surprise to me, Ron, and I know these guys want jobs, but Robert Saleh going to the Titans, there's probably 1 or 2 teams worse than the Jets. The Titans might be pretty close. Why would I want another job? He went 20-36 with the Jets. Do you think he is going to have any success in Tennessee?
Well, the only thing I can say is, look, he worked for the Jets. And the Jets, no matter what they do, it fails. Just look, Aaron Rodgers. They get Aaron Rodgers, and yes, I understand I put the kibosh on it by saying he's probably going to get hurt in the first game.
Boom.
And it was first series.
Boom.
Ow! Yeah, you can't blame him for that.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you're working for the Jets, things go wrong. Maybe it wasn't him.
So
maybe he'll be better with Tennessee with Ward.
Ron, let me ask you this question. Which coach that formerly coached the Tennessee Titans is now in the AFC Championship game?
Well, yeah, I know. They made a big mistake.
So
Mistakes were made.
This is my point. The Titans organization has not made wise decisions.
Right.
For me to feel comfortable as a head coach to say, you know what? This has got to work out better than it did the last time for me.
It's not.
It's like driving into a wall.
You got to have pieces.
Yeah. And I just don't like. That one
I
surprised
get
me.
it. I get it. I have hopes for him to be able to be competitive, in this league.
Yeah, Cam Ward's the guy. He's gonna. I don't know. I don't know. So that one was I don't know. But so still have the job openings that are still available: the Buffalo Bills, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Cleveland Browns, and the Arizona Cardinals. Interesting story coming out today. The Buffalo Bills. So listen,
Yes.
first
I
and
cannot
foremost,
wait for this one.
yeah, Sean McDermott, I think, got a raw deal. This is just my opinion. I think it was more the GM should have got termed. But anyway, how are you going to legitimately interview Philip Rivers, who's a high school coach? Ron, let me rephrase. High school.
I know this.
Okay. High school coach for a potential head coaching job with the Buffalo Bills.
They did it with Harbaugh.
Harbaugh was in college. He was at Stanford. College and is at least the next step below the pros, not 2 steps below.
1 step, 2 steps,
3 step, 4 step. Like what the Buffalo Bills.
I would reference R. Kelly, but I won't do that.
Please don't do that.
2-stepping.
Yeah. Hey, step in the name of love.
I love that song.
That's a great song. The Chocolate Factory. I
I
wonder what that stood for. I wonder what the Chocolate Factory stood for. That. So my point is the Buffalo Bills now have turned from an organization where we felt was on the cusp of the Super Bowl to an organization that could quickly fall apart because of the decisions they're making this offseason. And
well, they got a new GM.
They will have
a GM for the GM. It's Josh Allen. He's the new GM. This is the guy I want to hire, so hire him.
Brian Daboll makes the most sense just because of what he was able to. But then again, now you get rid of Joe Brady because Joe Brady, Ray and Daboll, I don't think would be mix well. So so now you're changing your offensive coordinator or Daboll's calling plays. Listen, the best job available to me would be the Arizona Cardinals. Because guess what? Nobody really cares what they do. You can last 4 or 5 years and be like, hey, I was coaching for 4 or 5 years. Good. Nobody cares.
And then you always have that built-in excuse. Well, I have Kyler Murray as my starting quarterback.
Right.
How was I supposed to win?
So it's like listen, I played high school football. Maybe I could be a NFL coach. If we're going that route, somebody call me. Give me a call. We'll talk. Listen.
Go to Cleveland. Just apply.
I'm a defensive-minded coach. I like to stop the ball. Listen, we don't need a great offense. We don't. But I'm telling you, I'm campaigning right now, Ron. This is Eric live.
Worse in Cleveland.
Live from the sport.
He got a job again.
Yeah, Cleveland hired Brian Flores with Myles Garrett. Imagine what he could do with that defense. Like that's the stuff I don't understand what these owners and these GMs look at and say, what's the best thing for my team?
He'll end up breaking the sacks record again.
You don't need a great offensive-minded coach. You need a great offensive coordinator. That's what New England did.
Yeah, that's what we got.
Right? And you got a great defensive-minded coach who can keep that defense and make plays. That's how Cleveland could do this and become relevant. I'm not even saying like super, but relevant. I don't get it. I don't get if the Buffalo Bills
defensive coordinators act as offensive coordinators.
Yeah, that's
and
once.
Look
that
how that
well.
turned out.
That didn't go so well.
Oh wait, no, that didn't work at all.
It didn't work so well. But I will say this, Ron: if Philip Rivers becomes the Buffalo Bills head coach,
oh my God,
that episode, everybody listen will want to tune in for that.
I'll be happy because that means that they're out of the running.
Yeah, the Pats are guaranteed to win the division again. All right, Ron, that's some NFL talk. Big weekend.
Oh, that's so great. We just did 30 minutes on the NFL.
Oh, it's friggin' crazy what's going on here. But we're going to move on to our starting five.
I'm going to have a 2-hour show again.
Our starting five tonight, we're going to give you our starting five Team USA members, the roster, who we feel are our starting fives. The best five.
And it is hockey, right? We're talking about?
Yeah, not gymnastics.
If it was gymnastics, it would be a little different.
Just a little bit.
I know we'd all have the same number one.
Probably. Let's get your honorable mentions. You're starting us off this week. What do you got?
Okay.
15 of them?
I have 5.
There's a shocker.
So 10 of the 20-some players, that's fine.
That's only half. Good job.
It's not half. A little less than half. It's like 25 players.
What am I going to do with you? Go ahead, buddy.
All right. Jake Ottinger, I have on there. He's the number 10 guy.
He's my one and only honorable mention, Jake Ottinger.
Okay, so I have Jacob Slavin. Jacob Slavin's nice, man. You know, I mean, he's a plus 169. He's won 2 Lady Bings.
Bing!
You know, I mean, he's a very good defenseman. Very good defenseman.
Okay.
I also have Tage Thompson because, I mean, look what he's doing in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Buffalo.
Yeah. They might make the postseason.
Might end
the drought.
It might. And if it is, it's because of this guy.
13 years, I think it is now. 13, 14 years.
Yeah, something like that. I think it's 14. But Tage Thompson is such a great player. And I actually have Charlie McAvoy on there. You know, and I know, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I said he shouldn't even be on the team. And then I'm looking at the numbers today, and I'm like, wow, he's back to Charlie McAvoy again. He's playing really well right now.
Okay.
Really well.
Okay.
And so I've kind of backpedaled on that.
All right.
And he would be my number 7.
Okay.
But my bubble guy is Jack Eichel, which I think you might have him in the top 2 or 3.
I may. I will say this.
I have him at number 6.
We might have to go to starting 5 plus bench. That's what we might have to do.
He doesn't have any accolades.
I may have to change the episode to call starting 5 plus bench every week. So I had Jake Ottinger at my honorable mention. So we are on to our starting 5 round. So at number 5 for you.
I had Jake Gensel. He actually made my top 5. I didn't expect him to be there.
Yeah.
But the guy can score goals. And, you know, he's got 290 goals, 332 assists, 622 points for 648 games. That's pretty darned good. Plus 98 for his career, which was actually really good. 40 game winners. And he has a Stanley Cup. And I just like his game. I like that he can put the puck in the net. And you have somebody passing it to him, and he can just snipe. Snipe City.
All right. I had at number 5 Quinn Hughes, defenseman. I feel like it's going to be an important part to listen. That a lot of Canada has a team, a squad as well that can put up some points. You're going to need a defenseman that's going to be crucial to kind of controlling the opposite end of the ice for you. And I think Quinn Hughes is going to be an extremely important piece to that. So I went Quinn Hughes at number 5.
That's pretty good because I have him at number 4.
Oh, look at that. All right.
I have him at number 4. And I did not expect you to have any defensemen on there.
I'm a defensive guy, man. I'm telling you.
I'm just saying. Didn't expect that. That was a pleasant surprise that you had him at number 5. I have him a little higher at number 4. I love the fact that he's played like 100+ games less than Charlie McAvoy and has one less goal.
Uh-huh.
And he has 456 points in 479 games. That is almost Ray Bork-esque. Almost. That's how good this guy. He's clearly the best defenseman on the team and probably in the league.
Right.
Well, maybe second in the league.
To McAvoy.
Dale McCarr.
Yeah, McCarr's pretty good. At number 4 for me, and I may have missed this. I think he's back. And if he's not, Matthew Tkachuk.
I believe he is. He's still
back
on the roster.
So, again, I think the leadership, him winning the Stanley Cup, you're going to need a guy that knows how to win in critical situations.
He does know how to win.
So I thought that Matthew Tkachuk would be an extremely important piece. That's why I had him at number 4 for me. Again, I think he's just getting back. So, again, we have to see how the rust is on the wheels.
Yeah, but as a player, I mean, he's won Stanley Cups. He's got 2 of them.
Yeah,
and he
back
was
to back,
a big
right?
reason why. I mean, he gets the team to play. That's the thing. He is a leader, and though I think he might be a little bit of a dink, because he's always starting crap and then he runs away.
Oh!
And I don't like that. But I do like his game.
Yeah.
Do like his game.
Who do you have at 3, Ron?
Number 3, I have a hell of a player right here. Connor Hellebuck. And you need a goaltender. Now, would I like a goaltender that has actually won something? Yes.
That kind of helps.
But you look at his numbers. 334 career wins already. He's got 45 shutouts, 2.56 goals against average, and a .917 save percentage. This guy has won 3 Vezina trophies, 2 Jennings. He won the Hart Trophy this past season, and 4 All-Stars. So he's going to be vital.
Agreed.
To win gold.
Agreed.
Vital.
Agreed. My guy at number 3, I think, has to be one of the biggest scoring leaders on this team for them to actually be successful, and that's going to be that man right in the middle, Austin Matthews. He's going to have to be able to put the puck in the net. He is probably one of the most lethal scorers in the NHL when he's on. We've seen what he's done for many years now. Listen, to win a gold, you're going to need Austin Matthews to perform at the highest level possible to win gold. Because I still think there's a lot of solid. Listen, Team Canada scares the hell out of me. So you're going to need Austin Matthews at his peak performance each and every game for them to win gold.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. What are we at? 2?
Yeah, we're at number 2.
I've got Matthew Tkachuk at number 2.
Ooh, wow. Okay. Very interesting.
I mean, it goes beyond the numbers. 240 career goals, 397 assists, 637 points, 644 games.
Nice.
That's almost a point a game, but a plus 130 as well. So not only can he do it offensively, he can do it defensively, and he can really rough up a team. He can rough them up. He's very physical. You have that leadership ability in him, and he brings all those intangibles to the game, which Team USA is going to need him in order to win gold. If he's not in the lineup, they're in trouble.
Yeah, super important.
Period.
Agreed.
Plus 130, though, is incredible. 26 game winners, 2 Stanley Cups, and 2 All-Stars. I'm surprised it's only 2 All-Stars, to be honest with you. But it is a tough league to get in the All-Star game.
Yeah. At number 2 for me, you need somebody that's going to not only look to score but distribute. I love what he's done since he went to Vegas. We knew some of his Buffalo. Jack Eichel. I think he's going to be a vital part of making sure that everyone's involved. 41 assists so far this season for the Knights. Another guy that's won a cup and knows how to get it done in critical moments. So Jack Eichel for me at number 2.
Yeah, I just worry about him defensively, and that's why.
Yeah, he's only
that's
a plus
why it
11.
wasn't in my top 5.
Yeah, plus 7 for his career. So again, but I also looked at he was in Buffalo for all those.
But the game-winning goals, 44, which is pretty damn good.
Yeah, so kind of crucial moments.
Yeah, he's very vital, and you're right. They need him to be him.
Yeah,
that's what they need.
The best part about it is, Ron, he doesn't need it. Yeah, he doesn't need to score. Can he distribute the puck? Can he get again Matthew? Depending on what line he's on, but can he get those guys involved enough to say, "Listen, you know what? I don't need the goals. I need to make sure I'm put the puck in the right spot to get you the best shot possible."
Yes, absolutely.
At number 1,
so I know who you have number 1.
Dude.
And you must know who I have at number 1, and that is the guy in the middle, Austin Matthews. He's an elite player. The only guy that just supersedes the point per game. I mean, Eichel does get a point per game, but you're talking 673 games played. This guy has 769 points. He is an elite player, and he has to play elite for them to have any chance whatsoever. And the guy is a goal scorer. He's a playmaker. He's responsible in his own end with a plus 155 on a team that doesn't know how to play defense.
Yeah.
And he's just a dynamic player. Already 426 goals in his career. And looking at him play, he's easily got, 5 to 10 more years left. I really, truly believe he's going to be playing for a long time. He could break records.
Yeah.
He could.
Yeah, he's a great player. I told you I'm defensive minded. I think the key to winning is to not allow as many points as I know this is going to sound. You score more points than the other team, you win games. Yes, that's how that works. So I want Connor Hellebuck to make sure that, to your point, he is ice solid in between those pipes, right? Because there are teams that can put up points and have players that have scored for many years in this league.
Yeah,
and he has to be, and then that's why I got Ottinger as my backup, because as my honorable mention, because if Hellebuck starts to, you're gonna need Ottinger to be able to come in and perform at a high level.
Here's the thing that I worry about, and we know this already from history. Hellebuck can have a great season, but he fails in big games.
Yeah, postseason. He has not performed.
Ottinger has failed in big games.
Yeah, that leaves you Swayman.
And I know Swayman hasn't won in big games, and he's played very well. True.
He's played well in the postseason. But
it hasn't been his fault.
100%.
He's like the Josh Allen of hockey.
Yeah, wow, good comparison. I like it.
It's true. Like, look what he did in the postseason a couple of years ago. 1 point something goals against average with a 920, save percentage. And he couldn't win because they didn't score any goals for him.
It's crazy.
He could end up taking because they're going to go with a different goaltender in the play-ins or whatever. And then medal rounds is going to be the guy, right? Yeah. So we'll see who wins
which
that
guy.
job.
Yeah. No, I think goaltending is going to be super key. Good list, man. That was fun.
Oh, it was fun. It was really a great list. We should do that for like I would say baseball, but they don't know what they're doing. But that's besides the point.
We're not there yet. We're almost there. Let's talk some NBA, Ron. Big injury, Jimmy Butler, ACL. Done for the season. Does this basically ruin the Golden State Warriors' chance this postseason?
So, Danny, we've got the hockey segment still to come. So that was just our starting 5.
starting five from the U.S. hockey team. I know you're going to look forward to that, Danny. A lot of great players in the Olympics. So Jimmy Butler, done for the season. Listen, the Warriors 25-21, eighth currently in the Western Conference. Here's some of my issue. They're the second oldest roster in the NBA on average, 29.6 years per player, if you want to break it down. The two players you count on the most right now, Draymond Green, 35, Steph Curry, 37. And Jonathan Kuminga, who's probably your best young player, has demanded a trade.
Well, let's talk about last night.
Yeah, got injured. He hurt himself, hip and ankle.
He got a boo-boo.
A little boo-boo.
But they lost to the Dallas Mavericks.
Who's won 4 straight. Look out for the Mavs.
Right? Now,
without Anthony
I
Davis.
don't know if you saw the camera on Steph Curry after he left the game, sat on the bench, and that was a look of despair. I have never seen Steph Curry with that deer in the headlights look. The man is doing everything possible. 35 plus points for 4 or 5 straight games, and they've lost. 35 points from Curry.
He's above his career average this season.
At 37. I hate to say this, it's over. Not for Curry. It's over for Golden State.
For the Warriors. I agree.
And I think they're going to clean house. And I hate to say, I don't want to see Steph Curry in any other uniform unless it's green.
Oh, that would be sweet.
Unless it's green.
Yeah. And all green too. None of this like half green, all green.
Yeah. None of this half semi-green crap.
No. All green. The original green. How about that? We'll go there. The original green.
Yeah, the original green with the clover.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler led the team in steals, was second in points, third in rebounds, tied for second in assists.
He was the second best player.
That's such a big piece for them. You're not going to make it up. Kuminga at some point, if healthy, if he gets a trade, like that pretty much wipes out any of their roster. So, I can't see this thing going well. I mean, they've got a decent lead right now from the 10th seed and 11th seed. But, again, Mavs are getting hot. They're getting hot at the right time now. Maybe, Cooper Flagg's really starting to come into his own, figuring out the lead a little bit.
Picked up his rookie card. So, I'm hoping that they just make the playoffs.
So, I think the Warriors, I agree with you. I think they're done. I think this could be the end of it.
I don't see them turning things around before 13 days or 12 days. I think it's 12 days now till trade deadline.
We did read your comments. Danny, did you not hear us? Maybe you didn't. Kings all the way.
So, no, he said, yes, Jimmy Butler, nobody liked him because he is a bully.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Draymond Green, Stephon Curry, don't like him. Jimmy Butler, he is a bully. He thinks he is somebody, reminds me of Dennis Rodman.
Oh, I
don't see that in Jimmy Butler.
I don't see that comment. Oh, okay.
Well, maybe that's why. All right. So he didn't see the comment. It didn't go through to him. My Lakers take on the Mavericks today.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Let me back out of the comments and see if they come back. Oh, there they are. There they are. My Lakers take on the Mavericks. Now I got it.
Look, the Lakers are a mess, so don't even come. Danny, it's time. Find a new team.
LeBron could be done in LA. We'll talk about that.
This is going to be a crazy trade deadline, for the NBA. Look, you're talking Steph Curry. You're talking Giannis. You're talking possibly LeBron and Bronny. They could be a package deal.
They got to be. I don't think the Lakers ever wanted Bronny.
No, they didn't.
that was to appease LeBron, and if he's gone,
it was 100% that.
If he's gone, they're like, you're taking this dude with you.
Yeah. Not only can you leave, but take your son out of here
That's
too.
it. Done. Done.
Look, I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think they're gonna have to pull the trigger. I think Steph Curry's out.
So let me say this, though, Ron, just before we move on to baseball. 1.5 points, 0.4 rebounds, 1.1 assists in 24 games for Bronny James. What a deal in that package would that be? That would be a deal.
And
a deal.
Wasn't he like the highest paid rookie?
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. Whoa. Lake is in trouble, Danny. All right. Let's talk some Major League Baseball.
Here we go.
Carlos Beltran has been elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Do you agree with him getting in? So I had asked early before we start to get into this first. So I'd love to start with the hypocritical baseball writers of America. I would love to have one of these fools, and I'm going to call them fools, jump on this podcast at any given time. Anybody knows anybody out there that's a baseball writer that has some say in this Hall of Fame, for the love of everything that's sacred in this world, ask them to come on this show and explain the stupidity of this move by Major League Baseball and the writers, that they feel like this is the right move at this time when you will not let steroid users in and potential users who never were convicted of using, but a guy who clearly we knew cheated is now elected into the Hall of Fame. You can't have it. You can't have it both ways. You cannot sit back and say they can't get in because they illegally use substances that help them gain an advantage in a baseball game, but yet somebody can use electronic equipment to steal signs to get an advantage in a baseball game and then put them in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
What idiot in their right mind thinks this is okay?
Yeah.
You can't have it both ways.
Look, we both disagree with the steroid thing. Okay, we know that. That is totally different of what we have here, except the fact that they put in Jeff Kent. They put him in. Whether you agree or not with the steroid users being in, that is totally irrelevant. We've got Carlos Beltran, Andrew Jones, Chase Utley, Andy Pettit, Felix Hernandez, go on and on down this list. I don't think any of them belong in the Hall of Fame. None of them, whether they're steroids or not. None of them belong in. This is the perfect year to right some wrongs that they've done throughout history. Case in point, why is Oral Hershiser not in?
Don Mattingly deserves to be in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
He's on my list too. Don Mattingly. Listen to this list. Listen to this one. Thurman Munson, not in the Hall of Fame. How? It doesn't matter what his numbers was. He died in a freaking plane crash. The guy would have been one of the best catchers ever. But based on the numbers he played, he should be in the Hall of Fame. It's to me, if you really know the play and the player's really good, why are we not putting those players in then instead of putting scrubs like Carlos Beltran in who can't? I have a list of like 15 players on here. And Lou Whitaker, why is he not in? He's got way better numbers than Jeff Kent in an era where he had to actually play the game rather than inject himself with stuff. You know, Dwight Evans, the most total bases of the 80s. Did you know who played in the 80s? You see all those players that are in the Hall of Fame. He had more total bases than any of them. Any player in the 80s. whether it was Molitor, Yount, Murray,
George
whoever,
Brett, right? Yeah.
had more total bases. And if you like defense, oh my God, he had a cannon of an arm. Nobody ran on him. But no, we're going to put Carlos Beltran in. Why? Why? What has he done?
2,725 hits, 435 home runs, 1,582 runs, 1,587 RBIs, 312 stolen bases, 3-time Gold Glove, 2-time Silver Slugger, won a Rookie of the Year, won a championship. The championship's tainted. So again, you can't count it if that's the Major League Baseball rule.
Right.
And my point is this, Ron, and I know we disagree and we argue. Jake, how are you? I know we disagree a million times about the steroids thing.
Yeah.
But a guy like Roger Clemens or Barry Bonds should have been in before this guy.
Absolutely.
If you're going to sit back and allow these guys in that you think, thank you, Jake. We love you too, buddy. We appreciate that. If you're going to allow a known person who has cheated in, I don't care what the cheat was. Pete Rose didn't get in because he gambled on baseball. They said he cheated. How does Carlos Beltran, who we know cheated? We know.
Yeah.
He was the only, Ron, the only player on the Astros that got it named in that whole thing was Carlos Beltran.
Right.
Even though we know other players did it.
Right.
He was the only one named. So at least if you sat back and said, hey, I get it why Jose Altuve might get in because he wasn't named in it. The one player from the Astros that was named in that on that whole thing with the cheating scandal was Carlos Beltran, and you put him in, and you put him in.
Yeah, but yet we don't put in Kenny Lofton, Dale Murphy, Kurt Schilling. Kurt Schilling's not in because of he's a dink.
Yeah, yeah, because of his personal beliefs, not his baseball beliefs.
How about Dave Cone? Louis Tiant. Everybody knows who Louis Tiant is.
It's a joke, dude. This whole thing was a joke. When they announced this, and then the asinine comment he comes out with, it doesn't define me. It was one thing. It doesn't define you. Then it shouldn't define anybody else.
Right.
I'm sorry. Barry Bonds used cream. His head became 15 times bigger than it should have been of a normal human being.
So did Carlos Beltran.
I don't care.
Yeah.
He cheated. You cheated. If he's not in, you're not in.
Yeah. It's got to be the same standard. And that's the thing that really gets me mad. It's like, why are you letting these two guys in? Andrew Jones is another story. I don't think he's good enough to be in there.
No. His numbers were average. I mean, his batting average.
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at this list.
Offensively, very good.
It is disgusting that we're even talking about any of these players being in the Hall of Fame. I'm
absolutely disgusted with
Major League Baseball. Why not Ron Guidry? Let's put some of these guys in that belong in there. Tommy John. They named the surgery after the poor guy.
The man has a surgery named. He should be in.
It's like, why are we doing this? Joe Nathan?
Ron, after the Dodgers, I almost swore there. We'll save that for 9 o'clock. After the Dodgers bull crap last week, in Major League Baseball,
all of his teams.
Major League Baseball just got worse.
Oh my God!
Like it got worse in a matter of a week.
Nobody should have went in on that list.
This league is asinine. It's the biggest joke.
I am
a sports fan. I loved baseball for many, many years. Yes, this is live, Jake. I am a fan for many, many years. But they are single-handedly making me dislike this sport to the point where I don't even want to do a segment on them anymore. It's
welcome to my house, Eric. Welcome to my house.
It's absolutely a joke, man. This is
now you know why I'm so bitter.
I don't give a crap. Put Barry Bonds, put Roger Clemens in. I'm done. Put them in. And at least this way, I can honestly say I'm okay with this move. But I am not okay with this move when you clearly knew it and you allowed it, and you can't say you didn't know. So what the hell happened? But anyway, all right, let's move on, because I swear this is just I'm gonna swear. And I'm saving that for 9 o'clock. So great time for a good plug here, Ron. Can you give all those fans out there some great information about our good friends there in Providence, Rhode Island?
Tonight's show is brought to you by the all-new 990 WBOB radio page, offering links to your favorite Providence shows, including this one, Sports Unfolded, and the Brian Bulldog Sports Hour.
That's it. They love us, Ron.
They do.
All right,
Jake loves us.
Jake loves us. We love Jake. He said he had a great
Danny,
time talking to you today.
And
so
Danny.
He appreciates you talking to him today, Jake. All right, Ron, it is time for split decisions. Our split decision segment. Basically, we give each other 2 more likely questions, and we got to make a decision. Ron, you are first this week, so you can start us off with your first split decision.
All right, seeming we just talked about baseball. Might as well get it over with now. Who will more likely sign first?
Okay.
Well, next first.
All right.
Eugenio Suarez. I even like saying his name. Harrison Bader. Marcel Ozuna. And Zach Gallen. Those are probably the best players left on the market.
On the market. I'm going to say I don't give a crap. Who cares? Who cares? But in the sanctity of all that's our show and what we're about, Ron, I'll answer the question.
Oh my God.
Whoever the Dodgers feel they need the most next. So whoever's willing to take a deferred contract and not have to get paid this season. This is my point. Listen, what are my 4 choices? Go ahead. As Suarez,
Bader, Ozuna, and Gallen.
Got some more money. So I don't think Bader. I mean, Bader's been bouncing around for a while now and not really done much. So that leaves me
Gallen and Ozuna.
I'm going Ozuna. I think his bat, he's still a quality bat when it comes to DH. So I think Ozuna would probably be the best answer there.
All right. There we go. I did not expect that one, but
who cares? All right.
But I like your analysis of it all.
I try to be thoughtful. Ron, your first split decision is which current finals spot in the NHL wild card of these 2 teams is more likely to make the playoffs? The Boston Bruins or the Seattle Kraken? Both of them hold the final wild card spot currently.
Boston Bruins.
If the NHL season ended today.
I don't think Seattle can hold off some of those teams that are behind them.
Seattle's in a 3-way tie. So in all fairness, you're probably right there.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to hold off teams like the LA Kings and stuff. I don't think they can hold them off. I just don't think they have enough offensive talent. Now they're scoring goals. There's a difference between scoring goals and having the talent to do it.
Can they, though, go out and make a move before the?
They could, but I don't think it will put them over the top.
Yeah, they're actually
try to get something, but they're not going to go out and get a name.
Yeah, they're a minus 20.
They're not going to be signing on to some bread guy.
Yeah, they're a minus 20. Yeah. Currently, the Kings minus 10 in a point differential.
Yeah.
And then the Predators are 1 point behind them at a minus 23. So I don't know about the Preds either.
Yeah, I think the Kings are going to catch them.
How the hell the Blues and Canucks are minus 50 on the point difference? Wow, that's horrible.
It is bad.
The Blues have only scored 121 goals in the season. Wow.
It's bad.
Ugh.
They're
All
going
right,
to unload
Ron.
everybody.
Yes, your second split decision. Man, that's horrible.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Boston, I think, has a great shot. I mean, they still can catch Buffalo and Montreal and Detroit, who are ahead of them in their own division,
Yeah, I don't.
and
They are
like then
currently.
like
They
Tampa
are.
Bay is going to win that division.
They're 3 points ahead of Toronto and 5
Yeah.
points ahead of Florida. It's a little scary though.
Yeah.
But then you got Buffalo ahead of them. So
Yeah, you have Buffalo and Montreal and Detroit are all ahead of them.
yeah,
And I think all three of the teams that you just mentioned, Toronto, Florida, and Boston, are going to pass up all three of those teams.
okay,
I truly believe.
all right. Your second
Be
split
right back
decision,
to where
Ron.
we were.
Second split decision.
All right. All right. I have a hockey question. Who will more likely win the Stanley Cup of these teams in the Eastern Conference?
Okay,
Tampa Bay Lightning,
all right.
Carolina Hurricanes, the Detroit Red Wings, or anybody else?
So I'm looking at the numbers right now, and I will say Tampa Bay Lightning are a plus 49 in the differential. So they are shutting teams down. They've only given up 121 goals, which is the second best behind Colorado. So from a defensive standpoint, and they've won, and they're still, I mean, they're up there in age, but there's still players on there that have won before. So I could see Tampa Bay doing it. Carolina's choked every year. Every year we've expected them to be in there, and somehow they found a way to lose in one of the rounds. Yeah. And Tampa Bay's shown the ability to do it. And I like those numbers. A plus 49 is nothing to shit. They're not playing close games. They are basically winning every game. Win. You know what I mean?
So, and they had a rough start, but they put it all together.
Yeah. So I think the Lightning out of those teams have the best shot.
I mean, it could be Tampa Bay or the Field,
Yeah. Again, I would say
Tampa Bay over everybody.
Tampa Bay, then the Field. Yeah. And then the other teams.
Yeah.
All right. Good. I'm glad you asked a playoff question. I got an NFL playoff question for you, Ron.
Oh, goody.
Which NFC team who made the postseason last year but didn't this season is more likely to make the postseason next year? The Washington Commanders, the Minnesota Vikings, the Detroit Lions, or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Which team is more likely to make the postseason again next year who missed this year but made it last year?
I'm going to say Detroit.
Tough division, though.
It is a tough division, but personally, I think Chicago has hit their ceiling already.
They may.
And I think Green Bay is at their ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit
didn't look good though with these promoters.
Minnesota is not going anywhere with JJ McCarthy. Not happening.
Okay.
All right. Tampa Bay, that scares me because I think they missed their opportunity.
I just feel like they're the easiest division, though.
Yeah, I know.
But all three of those teams were 8 and 9. All three of those teams were 8 and 9. So
I know that, but I think Carolina learned how to win.
Okay. All right.
And I think Atlanta probably has the best roster, and they got a coaching change, so that might do it too. I don't think Tampa Bay is going to contend next year.
Okay, so you're going with the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I'm going Detroit.
I like it.
It's not going to be Washington.
Definitely not. All right, Rod. Let's talk some NHL. There's a lot of talk. The New York Rangers, they're moving on from Artemi Panarin.
Artemi Panarin.
Panarin. I always say his name wrong. Panarin. Is this a good move for the Rangers? So
I mean, Rangers, you got to do something with them.
Rangers currently 21-24.
They're not going anywhere.
Last in the Eastern Conference.
They're not going anywhere.
Probably one of their best players right now.
He is their best player.
right? So you're going to be able to get some pieces or some decent
Yeah.
chips for him. I mean, hockey's weird. I mean, the way they do that, some of the things they do, but
It's hard. It's hard because when you're trading Panarin, you're just saying, okay, so we're not going to contend next year either.
Yeah. Well, he's in the final year of his contract. So
Right.
one way or the other, they probably lose him because they're not going to re-sign
Right.
him.
Right.
So why not make a move to try to?
Yeah, and you can't sign him for more money next year when it didn't go well. Look, when you have a couple of years and it doesn't go well because they weren't good last year either. They were right there with the Bruins. When it goes south like this, you really need to change over everything. But it's not like the NFL or NBA where one player can come in and make a difference. Because you trade Panarin for some prospects and a draft pick. That draft pick isn't going to show up for another 2-3 years.
Yeah, hockey's a lot different.
But you're going to get a good player from it.
Almost like baseball. Like they draft these kids sometimes. You don't see them for 4 to 5 years because they're in the farm systems and
Yeah. So unless they're just, Sidney Crosby, to use a player.
The top, the elite.
That came in as a rookie and was an impact player.
Okay.
You're not getting that. You're not getting a Connor McDavid.
All right. We're going to have some fun then, Ron. Let's have some fun.
Okay.
All right. Well, real quick, 50 games, 19 goals, 37 assists, 56 points, a minus 16 for the season for Panarin.
That's bad.
But all right.
That's a point a game player.
Yeah, he's still got it 50 games, so he's making a point a game. But I will say this, Ron. There are 6 potential trade destinations that, are rumored right now. So we're going to read off the 6. Since you're my hockey guy, my main man when it comes to all things hockey and hockey knowledge, and you're going to tell us which are the best fits and then who you think he ultimately might go to. Okay. All right. So first and foremost, which wouldn't seem fair, Colorado Avalanche.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Can you add
help
more
the
to
rest
that?
of the league?
Right?
Let me tell you.
At that point, what do? Just chalk it up. That they're the LA Dodgers of the hockey world at that point.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't fit there, right?
Yeah.
It's a winning franchise who knows how to basically make a team. They know how to do it. Except for goaltending. They haven't had a good goaltender since Patrick Waugh.
All right. Dallas Stars. Especially with the Tyler Seguin injury.
Yeah, that could work. And be with Rantanen. Oof. That would work too.
Minnesota Wild. With Kaprizov.
Yeah, I don't see him going there. Look, I know he could fit. He'd be with Kirill the Thrill, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I don't see Minnesota making that kind of a move. Okay. I don't see it.
Detroit Red Wings.
That I like. That I like a lot because he would fit in with a lot of talent on that team. There's a lot of talent on that team. And he could really make that team solid for the playoff run. I don't know if it'll do enough, but
team where you might see the window starting to close a little bit, and they might want to make this move to give themselves one more shot. The Florida Panthers.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can see that too because. Barkov, they're not going to know really much about Barkov, but you add Panarin onto that team, that is scary too. And I can see that he'd fit in really well there too. Again, it's the culture, right? You're talking about culture of teams, and you're talking Colorado, and you're talking Florida, and there you go.
Last and not least, a team we just said underachieves every year in the postseason, Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah, I don't see them doing it either. They need to, but look, they couldn't find a spot for Rantanen to succeed there. And it's like, if you can't do that, then what's the difference in Panarin? You know, I I don't like it. I don't like it.
Okay. So where does Panarin go?
You know, first of all, if there's one team on that list that needs to do it, it is Dallas. Because how many times do we talk about Dallas failing in like the semifinals or the quarterfinals? They need to do it. They need to pull the trigger. They need to do something to tilt the scales in their favor. Now, if he ends up on any other team, if he ends up in Colorado, say, Dallas isn't going anywhere. And they know this. But yet, they never seem to pull the trigger on something big. They did last year with Rantanen, didn't pay off. So they might be weary on that. So I don't think he's going to Dallas.
Okay.
I don't think he'll go to Carolina because, again, they did the Rantanen thing and that failed miserably. So I don't think they go that way again. So that rules them out. Detroit has a lot of things to offer. And it would be interesting to see him paired up, say, with Patrick Kane. I think Detroit can put themselves on the map with a trade like that. And therefore, I'm going with Detroit getting him.
Okay. So we'll see if the Red Wings get him. Deadline, what, March? Because after the Olympics, there's the...
Yeah. So I'll say Detroit for me could end up in Florida.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to go to Colorado.
Okay.
I don't know if they have enough to give.
All right. Let's have great discussion there on the NHL. Let's move on to our pick and roll.
And I didn't say he was coming to Boston either. I would love that. Imagine him with pasta. Trade him just about everybody else.
All right, episode 4, season 6. So this week's topic is these NBA players are the all-time leaders in 4-point plays. So these are the all-time leaders in 4-point plays. That's James Harden, Steph Curry, Jamal Crawford, JJ Redick, Damian Lillard, and Chris Middleton. We're going to rank them from 6 to 1. Ron, you are first this week, so you can get us started with your pick and roll.
Can we play which player doesn't belong again?
Oh!
Because JJ Redick is garbage. I'm sorry. He's garbage as a player, garbage as a coach.
Wow.
Come on. Wow. The guy averages 12.8 points, 2 boards, and 2 assists. Really? You can't pass the ball a little more? 2 assists per game? Wow. That's all I got to say. JJ is crap, and he's number 6. Number 5, a little better, but not much. But at least he's a player. Jamal Crawford at number 5, 14.6 points, 2.2 boards, 3.4 assists. 3 times 6th man. So he did a job, and he was good at it.
Oh, he was so good. He was.
Unlike the guy below him, who did his job and didn't do it well. And anybody could have done that job. Number 4, I have Chris Middleton. 16.4 points, 4.7 boards, 3.9 assists, 3-time All-Star, and 1 championship. He was the second guy. He was Giannis's Pippen. And when he went down with injuries, they were never the same.
Agreed. Agreed.
So Chris Middleton was a pretty solid player, really good player. Number 3, I have Damian Lillard. 25.1 points, 4.3 boards, 6.7 assists, 9-time All-Star, 7-time All-NBA, and he did win Rookie of the Year. Pretty nice player. How many games did he miss for injury?
Way too many.
Way too many.
Seasons.
And that really hurt him here. It really hurt him here. Because number 2, I have James Harden, who can't win a championship. But his numbers were outstanding. 24.1 points per game, 5.6 boards, 7.3 assists. The guy really did it all for the majority of his career. 11-time All-Star, 8-time All-NBA, 3-time scoring leader. So that put him ahead of, Lillard. 2-time assist leader, 6th man, an MVP, way ahead of Damian Lillard for me. But number 1, to me, it's an easy number 1. 24.8 points per game, 4.7 assists, 6.3 assists, and 4.7 boards. But it's Mr. Clutch. 4-time championship. I mean, the trophies are just piling up for this guy. 11-time All-Star, 11-time All-NBA, 2 scoring titles, 2-time MVP, 1 steals champion, and a finals MVP. I mean, this guy he's just one of the most clutch players in the history of the game. And he was easily number 1.
Ron?
Give me a round of applause.
I
knew you had to go with that too. I knew.
Yeah.
We have the same list.
So we ranked 6 to 1. So JJ Redick got in because he had 56. So he's had 56 4-point plays.
Wow.
In his career, 56.
I'm surprised he's even shot the ball 56 times.
Yeah. Jamal Crawford at number 5 for me. Again, those 6 men. When he came in, man, he was lights out. He would score in bunches. 59 overall on 4-point plays, so 59. Chris Middleton, again, the championship helped him a little bit. He is the lowest on the of the group. He's had 39 4-point plays in his career. Dame Lillard, again, to your point, just the injuries have really hurt his career. He had 51 4-point plays in his career.
Right?
Try to say that fast 15 times or whatever the hell is that. Holy Toledo back then. James Harden, believe it or not, leads all time with 100.
Yeah, I believe that.
4-point plays
the man
in his
can
career.
play.
You did miss.
I know we get on him, and I know I get on him real bad.
You did miss one accolade though. 7-time choke artist in the postseason. So that you didn't have that.
Wow. Even I gave the man some respect.
Every year in the postseason, man, he somehow stinks. He's a great regular season performer. I mean, puts up numbers. Again, 100 plus 4-point plays. You're like, the man makes plays. And then the postseason, he shuts down. I don't know. Wait, I have to be Curry. He's had 75 4-point plays.
Wait a minute. So if he got 4 points for all of those, does he have more career points with that? How many? What I'm asking is, how many career points does JJ Redick have? Career points total.
Geez. I don't. Hold on. I gotta look it up real quick. I still have them up.
Because if he has more points than Redick has points in his career,
I don't. Probably not.
Probably not. There's no way.
Yeah. No. JJ Redick scored 12,000 points in his career.
Oh, really? Dang.
Yeah. 15 seasons.
How he averaged he averaging 12 points? Oh, he had 940 games played.
Yeah. He played quite some time. quite some time.
Damn.
Um,
How is he employed that long?
yeah. Hey man, yeah, everybody needs something. But that was our pick and roll. Ron, before we move on to our predictions, can you bring up the Hall of Fames real quick?
Absolutely.
We're running out of time.
Let's start it out.
So Ty Cobb, Kobe Bryant, newly elected into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame last month, which gives you an opportunity this month to elect some new members to the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. And all you got to do is scan this little QR code. It'll bring you right to the website.
So Manny, Jake.
NFL,
Danny.
we have Dwight Freeney, Richard Seymour, Ray Lewis, Champ Bailey, and Ed Reed. Again, scan this QR code, brings you right to the site, and then it'll bring you to the website to see all of the inductees on the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame website, as well as a first for Sports Unfolded on the sportscasters. We've never had a sportscaster elected. This will be our first. Scan this QR code, and it'll bring you to that polling site. John Madden, Pat Summerall, Marv Alberts, Vin Scully, and Bob Costas, all an opportunity to get elected to be the first in the Sports Unfolded history in our Hall of Fame. So scan that QR code and help elect one of these gentlemen into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. 1 week left. 1 week left. Next week will be the last week we vote. And then we'll have a new member, 2 new members of the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. All right, Ron, it is prediction time. Let's bring those numbers up. 5-4 last week for me, 6-3 for you. Manny, 6-3. Danny, 500 last week, buddy. Had a tough week, so if you're on, man, let's see if you can bounce back this week.
Still doing good, though.
Manny, hopefully you're still on. Jake, if you're on, we'll get your name added to the list.
I know, Manny, I need to send out your prize for last time, so I'm going to send you out 2 things because I just wanted to make sure to see if you did it again, and you did do it again, by the way.
Tied, yeah, 6-3 last week, so great week. All right.
So, Eric, you should send him the hat.
I should. Yeah, get the address and send it to me, and I'll send him the hat.
Let's get him the hat.
All right, deal. All right, Ron, it's prediction time. You are first this week, so we'll start off with our NFL action. And this is this Sunday, obviously, the AFC Championship game. You got the New England Patriots at the Denver Broncos. Who are you taking?
New England. Probably the easiest one I could ever pick. I really don't think this is going to be that close.
All right. 3rd straight week, top 5 defense.
Yep.
Have never won in Denver. I'm going with the Broncos here. I think the Broncos defense can do enough. This runs over.
You're behind me.
Because I keep picking against the Pats. Yes, every week. That's the one difference last week. Anybody out there, let us know. New England Patriots at the Denver Broncos.
Guys, let's go.
Who are you taking? We're
Danny, Jake, Manny.
AFC Championship game on the line to go to the Super Bowl. All right. Maybe they're not on. Let's continue. By the way, WDJY 99.1. If you are listening to us at this point in the prediction segment this Saturday, all you've got to do is send your predictions to ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. So again, that's ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. Send in your picks. If you beat us, you will win a prize for the entire month of January. We're running that promotion with WDJY 99.1 FM. So send us your picks as well for that. All right, Ron, we've got the NFC Championship game. And that is the Los Angeles Rams at the Seattle Seahawks. As much as I think the Rams could win this game, I think the home field advantage is going to play a factor in this. And I think it's going to cause a lower scoring game than we expect in the past. So I'm going Seahawks here.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. I'm going Seahawks. I think the Rams were very fortunate to win last week. And I don't think they're going to be, they can't be that lucky against the Seattle Seahawks defense. Seattle will take that very personal if they think they're going to drive down with 40 seconds left in the game and score. There's no way Seattle is letting that happen. It's not happening.
Yeah. Should be a great
And
one.
I think it's going to be that close.
Yeah. Should be a great weekend. NBA action, Ron. On the 24th, you got the New York Knicks at the Philadelphia 76ers. Who are you taking?
I'm taking Philly. Philly is playing too good right now. Embiid, Maxey,
Triple-double his last game.
Paul George. I mean, they're an Edgecombe.
Yeah.
Look, this team is much better, and it looks like people are healthy. Of course, that could change at any moment, you know, and Embiid could fall down the stairs tonight.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm going Philly.
All right. I will say this. Knicks do not play well on the road. So I'm going Philly as well. And again, to your point, Philly's playing better basketball now. On the 27th, you got the Detroit Pistons at the Denver Nuggets. I'm taking Detroit here, Ron. I just feel like defensively a little better. They do travel well. They have a good away record. So I like the Pistons here.
I also like the Pistons in this one. I'm not sure if even the Joker is playing yet.
Yeah, I don't think he's back.
I don't
yet.
think he is. So I don't know if he's going to be in this game or not, but I like Detroit in this one.
All right. Rematch of last week's NBA game. You got the San Antonio Spurs at the Houston Rockets. The Rockets came back from 16 down and won that game. Who are you taking?
I'm going to go San Antonio. I think they're going to seek out some revenge. And look, I think they had that game and they let it slip away. And that is probably a level of experience. And they got a taste of experience in that one. I don't think that happens again. And I think San Antonio wins a close one.
All right. I'm going Rockets here. Again, I think Ime Udoka is going to definitely say, listen, you guys kind of try to coast through this game last time. We can see what the Spurs can do. I don't think Houston allows a 16-point lead to evolve. So I could see the Rockets keeping it close and then winning late. So I'm going Houston there.
Yeah, that's a team cost.
NHL action, Ron. You got the Anaheim Ducks at the Edmonton Oilers. Who are you taking? Oh, it's my pick. It's my pick first, right?
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I'm going Edmonton at home.
Yeah, that's who I was going to say. They're at home. I think Anaheim has a couple of injuries to some key guys, and that is not going to be a pretty sight when it comes to Edmonton at home. I think they dominate the game, and it could be ugly.
All right, 27th of January, we got the Vegas Golden Knights at the Montreal Canadiens. Who are you taking, Ron?
This is a tough one because the Vegas just played Boston.
Lost
last night.
Bruins beat them.
Yes. Bruins were completely dominating after 2 periods, 4-0. And then they opened the door to see who was knocking. and let me tell you, Tampa Bay, Vegas almost came back and won that game and probably should have.
Yeah.
Because Bruins were in there and the entire time. It was scary. I was so nervous. It was awful. So Vegas is going to go to Montreal and take care of business. They're not going to play like they did the first 2 periods against Boston.
Yeah.
You're going to see third period Vegas.
Yeah, I agree with you. I went Knights here. Very close game with Boston. Almost came back. Boston, about 3-goal lead?
4-0.
4-0. 4-goal lead. And Knights came back.
It evaporated in a hurry, let me tell you.
So I think the Knights don't let it slip up this time against Montreal, who's playing okay hockey, but not like they were at the beginning of the season either. They're not
Right.
as consistent. So yeah, I'm going Vegas as well on that one. Last but not least, Ron, we got some NCAA men's action. Number 7, Nebraska Cornhuskers at the number 3, Michigan Wolverines. I did some research here. Michigan 18-1. You're like, wow, they're really good. One of the top offensive teams in men's college basketball. But the Cornhuskers give up 65 points a game on average and are 18-0. I think they go to 19-0. I think I'm telling you, I don't know what's changed my mind, but defense to me wins more games than loses. I love the fact that they could shut teams down. If you're only giving up 65 points, I mean, that's a ridiculous margin. That's like 15 points a quarter. So I'm going Cornhuskers here, Nebraska.
Yeah, it's like 18-0 is all great and stuff like that, but who are they playing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who they played already this year.
You could say that about the Patriots. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
But I'm going Michigan.
Going Michigan. All right.
They're at home. The crowd is gonna get them at least 5 points per quarter.
All right. If you are listening to us on
So they only lose
WDJY,
by 1.
okay, WDJY 99.1 FM. That was our prediction segment. Send in your predictions too. So email your predictions to ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com to enter the contest. We're doing the contest for the entire month of January. We will also add you to our prediction chart as well if you send in your pick. So look forward to that. And Manny, we've got some prizes coming to you as well. So send in your information to that email as well. All right, Ron. It's been a great show. We're winding down. It is final thoughts time. And our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be anything sports related. It could be about anything happening in the world today. You are first this week, my friend, and I can tell by the look in your face that you have a thoughtful and insightful, and you've been thinking about this for hours now. Your final thought.
My final thought is just to pile on baseball. There wasn't enough time to even do it before, so I'm going to keep piling on, and I want it to hurt so bad that it bleeds. Baseball has a way of really screwing things up. And I'm at the point where I don't care if I watch a game or not. Ever. Look, it is so frustrating to see such a disparity of talent where they're going. It's always the same team. Like, they're even dominating New York. And frankly, I find it very insulting that I have to actually root for a Yankee team over the Dodgers. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And then what does baseball do? They manage to screw up the Hall of Fame every year. Every year. And I have to go on and reading off names like Sparky Lyle, Tug McGraw, who aren't in the Hall of Fame. Don Baylor. Remember him?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just a travesty. And of course, even Don Mattingly. Everybody knows Don Mattingly. Everybody knows. I mean, he is a lunch pail guy. And he did a great job for that horrible team for so many years. How is he not in the Hall of Fame? But yet, we put Jeff Kent. We put Carlos Beltran and Andrew Jones. Now, I like Andrew Jones as a player. He doesn't have numbers like Dewey. Dwight Evans has better numbers than him. What are we doing?
Batted 250 for Andrew Jones in his career.
Right? How many home runs did he have? Do you have the stats?
Dwight Evans batted 272. Let me go back. Hold on. Andrew, he had 434 home runs, 1,933 hits.
1,900 hits?
1,900 hits, 10 Gold Gloves. So if you're going to say he got in because of his defense, but Dwight Evans, 2,446 hits. So he had more hits, and he had 8 Gold Gloves. So it's only 2 more Gold Gloves, 20 points higher in the batting average, 500 more hits, about 60 less runs. So
what are we doing? How can these people constantly get it wrong? But they do. This is baseball. America's pastime. It's not anymore. I hate to tell you.
Not anymore.
There's a thing called the NFL. I think even college football has surpassed baseball.
Yeah.
Look, it's just disgusting. It's disgusting. And this is why we do our Hall of Fame. It was exactly because of the Baseball Hall of Fame. Because they constantly get it wrong. And we constantly have this same conversation every year.
Yeah.
And I'm done.
No,
I'm
out. Yeah, great one. Great final thought, Ron. My final thought is a little personal to me. I got a little. I don't root for normally players that aren't on my team. It's extremely rare. There are certain times or certain players, and I've gained a little more respect for one Fernando Mendoza, who won the national championship with the Indiana Hoosiers. What a great game on Monday. I don't normally watch college football too much. I have watched a lot more of the playoffs. I love the format. But I became a little more of a fan when I noticed his mom in the stands, and his mom was in a wheelchair, and I just happened to Google it because I wanted to see. And she was diagnosed with MS about 15 years ago, and obviously it's progressed a little further. I was diagnosed with MS probably about 10 plus years ago now. And just understanding what the motivation he has and how she's been his strength and his rock during this entire process. I'm rooting for the kid. I really want to see him make it because I know the struggles that he's going through, his mom's going through. And if he can make her life a little better towards the end here, that'd be pretty amazing. So excuse me for getting emotional. But I'm rooting for the kid. He's probably going to be the number 1 pick. He is coming out in the NFL draft. So granted, he's going to the Raiders, but let's hope he can do something a little special. Because the kid deserves it. Yeah, kid deserves it. Kid deserves it. Look, he's been through a lot in his life, and especially getting the Indiana Hoosiers, who nobody would ever expect to be a national championship, there. It just shows the character and the strength of this kid and what he's dealing with personally in his life, the strength and character of this man. I'm rooting for him. I really am. So, Fernando Mendoza, good luck.
That is awesome. A great final thought, Eric. Just to add to that, I don't know if you know, I'm guessing you do, or if anybody out there watching or listening knows that this kid is from the Miami area.
Yeah.
He got rejected by Miami.
Yeah, walk on.
Twice.
Yep. He tried to walk on. They said he wasn't good enough.
And then he turned around, went to Indiana, and beat him.
Yeah. So in Miami too. So yeah.
In Miami.
Yes. It's a great story. Great story.
So
Elsa Mendoza as well. We root for you and hopefully it doesn't progress any worse.
I'd love to have them both on the show.
Yeah, it'd be amazing. With that, Ron, real quick, if you could tell all the wonderful people out there how they can become a sponsor of the greatest sports podcast on the planet and be heard every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'd greatly appreciate that.
Absolutely. All you have to do is, that's the wrong graphic. I was like, wait, your ad will be here. We will read the ad. So not only will people see it, but it will be heard on the audio version for Spotify, Red Circle, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and many more, plus WBOB and WDJY in Metro Atlanta, where, we get thousands and thousands of listeners, and it would be very worth your time. It would be worth it so much that, Eric, and I say this all the time, it's just like going to your local coffee shop and I'm still on this hot chocolate thing.
Yeah, it's going to be a little cold.
Yeah. And a Boston cream donut.
Let's do it.
Cream.
Let's do it. Let's get ourselves some sponsors, get your names up there. Thousands of eyes and ears. We continue to expand. We're on some new platforms as well. So we're continuing to grow, and we'll continue to grow. So you can grow with us.
We're on Amazon now.
Yeah, you can grow with us. Take some time, do that. I want to thank those that joined us live tonight. Danny, Manny, Jake, thank you guys for joining us live. We appreciate it. Those that are going to watch us afterwards, like, share, follow our show, all our social media platforms. We appreciate the support and the continued growth. Ron, as always, I want to thank you because you make this so enjoyable every Friday night. I look forward to it every Friday at 6 p.m.
as well.
So I appreciate it, man. 6 seasons and going strong. So I look forward to the next 6. Let's continue to have some fun. And all we ever ask for every single show is that we finally get some peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody.